And welcome, Cougar fans, back to Averett University Sports Network. We're about 3 minutes and 20 seconds outside of today's matchup for your Averett University Lady Cougars to take on the Lady Falcons of Pfeiffer University. The Cougars come in at 13-7 overall, 7-4 in USA South play, and the Falcons come in at 8-12 overall, 5-7 in USA South play. Last time these two teams matched up, the Cougars took the win. It was at Pfeiffer on January 18th. The Cougars took the win 64-57. So we will see what today's matchups hold. We hope to have a great one today. We'll be right back in about 2 minutes and 40 seconds with starting lineups, national anthem. And today's game is in aware of Play for K Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Shout out to Coach K. Excuse me, Corey. Shout out to Coach K. We'll be back in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And welcome back, Cougar fans and Falcon fans. We will have now starting lineups first for the Pfeiffer University Falcons. Number 12, Amaya McClain Jr. out of Hickory, North Carolina. Number 15, Bria Bentley Jr. forward out of Chester, Virginia. Number 20, Courtney Pennon, senior forward out of Stanfield, North Carolina. Number 22, Michaela Burnett, sophomore out of Burlington, North Carolina. And last but not least, number 32, Reagan Allen out of Island, North Carolina. The Falcons are going to look up to pick up on what they did last time out as they won their last game out. And now for your Avery University Cougars. First with number 3 on her back. She's the rebounding machine. Number 3, Genesis Sweeters. At the other forward, we got number 11, double machine, Raven Johnson. Then we got number 20, right out of Danville, Virginia, number 20, Kiara Smith. Then we got the freshman, number 23, Courtney Scott. Scott coming off 2 big games, had her career high 21 2 outings ago and had a good one last night versus Greensboro. And last but not least, number 24, the do-it-all, 4th in scoring all-time history, number 24, Brooke Carlton. The Cougars failed last time out, which was yesterday against the Greensboro College Pride. They lost 66-59. Was a back-and-forth affair all day, so I heard. Lady Cougars just came up short, but they're going to look to rebound here today. The Cougars are talking it up right now in the huddle court, and we should have ourselves a good one.
Yes, I agree, Trey. As you said, Cougars are coming off a loss on yesterday's game against Greensboro, and no better way than getting a W today.
Cougars are coached by Abby Diop in her first season. Falcons are coached by Coach Tui Loy in his 4th seasons. Falcons control the tip. This is 12, McClain setting up the offense. She's going to kick it over to 32, Allen. Allen then kicks it to 15, Bentley. Bentley finds the ball, finds his way back to Allen. Allen's going to drive hard right, just couldn't get it. McClain has the ball. Good defense by Scott there. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Cougars playing great defense early. Only 5 on. Burnett's going to have to make something shake. She doesn't. Gets a good pump fake by Allen. McClain. And McClain finds the bottom of the rim. Ball hit a lot of the rim there, but just found its way in. Courtney Scott dribbles it up. A little bit of pressure there. Got trapped, but gets it out. Kicks it over to Carlton. Carlton's going to step into a jumper, and that's her game, Corey.
And that's a good way to get going. Get into that mid-range spot. Her bread and butter, and she hits that one.
Falcons set it up. Going to swing it across. Got a little cross screen action here now. Coming to a down screen. Weeders plays it a little bit. That was number 20, Pennon. That one just fell off a little bit. Smith's going to bring it down. And into the game early is number 21, Cameron Lunsford. Good post up by Weeders. Weeders tries to get the foul call, just couldn't get it. That's Carlton on the glass. She gets 2 offensive rebounds, can't get either one of them to fall. Weeders gets another offensive rebound. She's going to kick it over to Smith. Smith thinks about a 3, doesn't take it. Cougars going to set up the offense. 12 on the shot clock. Carlton has it up top, tries to get it, sneak it in there to Scott, just doesn't do it. McClain was all over that one. McClain's going to take it all the way. Good defense there by Johnson. And good offensive rebound there by Pennon. Courtney Pennon, the senior out of Stanfield, North Carolina, found the easy putback there. Falcons are trying to press. Cougars just get away. They're going to get it to Weeders. Weeders is going to try to bounce pass it to Johnson, but just can't get it there. Falcons on top 4-2 early here. This is number 22, Burnett, bringing it down.
And that's 2 turnovers back-to-back by the Cougars. I'm sure the coach is not happy with that one.
Indeed, you're right. The Falcons look like they're just rushing it a little. The Cougars like they're just rushing a little bit. Falcons pressure may get to that. They're trapping up right over half court. And what a beautiful back door we got there by McClain.
Checking in for the Cougars, number 21.
Cameron Lunsford checks into the game for Courtney Scott.
A beautiful back door there. As I said about McLean, McLean looks like she's coming to play early in the game. First one rims in and out for McLean. Second one up and good for McLean. Falcons on top 5-2. Looking like they have a little pressure there. Cougars finding the middle easy for Raven Johnson. She's just going to bring it over the timeline. Get it to Lunsford. Lunsford throws up a L for the play call. Swings it over to Johnson. Johnson's going to find Brooke Carthen. And that's Carthen's game, and she's going to find the sweet roll. Carthen is right there in that mid-range area, Corey. She's just, that's where her bread is buttered.
Very efficient from that area.
They're going to try to backdoor Carthen again, and they're going to get her with a hold this time.
Yeah, got to get your hands off.
And they tried the same play they did on the other side, this time with number 15, Bentley. That's Carthen's first, team second. 7:07 left to play. Cougars only down 5-4. Raven Johnson's going to get the steal here. Good tip by Kiera Smith. Kiera Smith is going to find Lunsford ahead, and this is where Lunsford's good. And she just can't finish it. But on the offensive glass, again, is number 24, Brooke Carthen. I think that's her third offensive rebound. But she just can't convert any right now. But she's still all over glass, and that just makes a difference right now. 15 is now on the shot clock. And Lunsford usually finishes those, Corey. That's why I thought that's where she's good at. You know, good contest there by the Falcons. But Cougars will be happy with that one. Johnson finds it inside.
And she gets called for the traveling violation. She couldn't keep that pivot foot down.
Yeah, it looked like she ran into her teammate Wieters there. Good play call there by the Cougars. Just couldn't convert it. Falcons push in transition. Gets it over to Bentley. Bentley over to Allen. Allen's going to get it back to Bentley. Good play there by the Falcons. Get the shot they want. Just can't finish. Coach Lloyd has to be happy with that one. Good execution there. Kiera Smith brings it now. He's going to find Wieters. Wieters is going to try to dish it down to Johnson, but just couldn't finish the play.
And I say that's a good look, but I don't know. I felt Wieters could have went up as she had great position.
Indeed, you're right. And there goes the act of Cameron Lunsford. Know when it's all said and done, she may be in the conversation for all-time steals leaders. And Wieters is now on the steal board, and she's going to go all the way. Good take by Wieters there. Beautiful finish there by Wieters with the left hand, 1-2 from far out, and she just takes it and glides in for the layup. Good there for Wieters to make up for that turnover she just had. But like you said, Corey, I thought she could have been aggressive that time down. And this time she was aggressive, and she finished. Oh, and this time a steal by, it's going to be Carthen. Carthen got her hands on it. She's going to go all the way, gets fouled. Can't finish the easy bucket, though. Don't know if they were going to give that to her. They are going to give it to her. Would have been a tough continuation call, you know. I thought it would have been a continuation call. We'll take it in the college level sometimes, however we can get it. But Carthen's going to go to the line after 2 back-to-back turnovers by the Falcons. Can't get the sweet roll that time. Has gotten 2 sweet rolls early. Can't pick up this sweet roll. This time, nothing but net. Ram can't have anything to say with that one, Corey. 7-5, Cougars are on top. Zanice Chambers and Courtney Scott are now going to check into the game for the Cougars. 5:30 left in the first quarter. This is going to be Allen. Allen's going to try to find somebody. This is Pennon. Pennon's going to attack Johnson. And good take there by Pennon. That's her second bucket, I believe. Now it's tied 7-7. Pfeiffer Falcons are going to send some sub as well. Lunsford's going to dribble it over the timeline. Falcons look like they want to have some pressure, but just fall back here. Lunsford, excuse me, that was Carthen. She tried to find the soft spot in the zone, and good look. Just don't know if anybody was ready for it. I don't know if Wieters thought she was going to get it or Johnson thought she was going to get it. They're talking about it now, though, and I know they'll clean it up. 7-7 here. Both teams got some subs in the game.
Yeah, and that was a great pass by Carthen. Able to get it over the defense.
It looked like they were sitting in that zone, and she just found a soft spot but just couldn't convert it. This is going to be Scott on the steal. Scott plays that passing lane very well, tries to finish it, just can't finish. The easy deuce. And back at it again is Lunsford. Lunsford, hands all over the ball, doing what she does best. Now she's getting on the floor, Corey. Great hustle.
That's a great hustle.
Steal by Lunsford. Lunsford's going to kick it up to Carlton. Carlton's going to do her thing and can't finish it. I thought she could attack there. That's when I think Carlton is at her best. And nobody's going to stop the basketball. And they're going to get a foul called. I believe it's going to be on Lunsford. Nobody stopped. Oh, they're going to call it on Raven Johnson, number 11, with a push. This is going to be White taking it out of bounds, the freshman. She's going to find Pennon, and Pennon's on top of her game early, Corey. That's 6 early points for her. 9-7. She has 6 out of the 9 for the Falcons.
That was a great elbow jump shot, very fluid.
And Pennon coming to the year averaging 12.7 and 7.7. So she's having a good year. White, the freshman, all over the place. Going to skip it to Pennon across the baseline. Going to come back and try to get it. Set up the offense. Pennon's going to dribble it down herself and say, I can handle this. She's going to now kick it to White. Weeders is going to check in. So is Courtney Hunt for the Cougars. This is 25. Watson. There's Pennon again. And Corey, that one she thought looked good, and I thought it looked good as well. She backpedaled like she was Steph Curry on that one. She just knew it was going in, but just couldn't. Tries to fit this one over top is White. White gets it there, but Raven Johnson had just a little to do with that.
And that's how it is, as you were saying. Pinion falling back on the jumper after you just hit 3. Feeling good. Shoot that next one. I think it's going in. 9-7. Pfeiffer, Lady Pfeiffer do lead here in the first quarter. Chambers bringing the ball down as Pfeiffer's backing up the pressure.
And Denise played great minutes yesterday for the Cougars. And excuse me, I call her by her nickname. I'm used to calling her G, but Genesis Weeders tried to find Raven Johnson there on the backside again, but I believe she could attack there. She faces up. I know Coach Diop would say something to her next time she gets a chance, like, nobody's stopping you. You can attack that. And this is going to be Hunt. Hunt's going to kick it to Chambers. Great play there by the Cougars. Scott's going to kick it back to Chambers. Chambers going to find Weeders. And this time Weeders is aggressive and gets the shot the Cougars wanted, but just can't finish. But great shot by the Cougars. Coach Diop has to be happy with that one. Weeders looks like she can get a soft touch. This is number 23.
And that's a timeout for the Cougars. Full timeout. And we'll be right back after this.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
And we're back after the timeout by the Lady Cougars. 11-7. Pfeiffer does lead this one here early in the first quarter. And ball inbounded to Chambers as the pressure by the Falcons. Ball back to Scott, back to Chambers. Back to Scott.
And the Falcons, they're courted like, they have a light pressure there, but they're not doing anything with rhyme or rhythm to it. They're just, trying to slow down the offense so, get it over timeline, be about 18 seconds. Chambers is going to throw up a 3. Can't get it to fall. And they're going to say Falcons basketball. But like I said, Corey, they just were, trying to slow the game down. Cougars like to play in transition a lot. Have a lot of transition player. Scott, Lunsford, Brooke Carlton, all of them like to play in transition. So maybe the pressure is just to slow them down a little bit.
And I think that's what you call great scouting reports by coach and staff for the Pfeiffers, putting the zone on the Cougars, slowing them down.
And they're going to clear an ISO play. Can't just get it to fall. That was 15, Bentley.
Ball rebounded by Weeder. Scott bringing it down.
Scott's going to find Hunt. Hunt known for three-point shooting and gets it to fall, but it was a long two. Looked like she got her foot on the line. Hunt known for her shooting, and she got in the game and does what she does best. Knocks it down. This is number 10, Wilkins. Excuse me, number 23, Wilkins. Picks up the foul call. Going to call that one on number 23, Courtney Scott. And if I do say number 10, I'm sorry. We have Miss Wilkins as number 10 on our sheet, but she is 23 on the court today. So we would try our best to, call her by the right number, but we will have her name right as Wilkins goes to the line now. Puts up the first, clanks the back iron, and heads off to the left. Gonna be here for her second. Gets the second one to hit some iron, but gets it to fall.
And new subs for Pfeiffer. Number 12 comes back in, McClain, and number 20, Pinion.
And I think this may be their starting group, -1. But Pinion, McClain, and Burnett had a good first early minutes in the game. Scott's going to get it. She's going to swing it over to Chambers. Chambers is going to look down low for Weeders. Can't get it. This is going to be Johnson. Johnson's going to give it to Weeders. And there's that high low they've been looking for all game, Corey.
And that's great execution. Moving the ball, swinging, making the zone move, and then finding the high low at the end. Great execution by the Cougars.
12-11. Falcons lead. Good defense here by the Cougars. 15 left. This is Pennon. Pennon had her hot start. Has 6 points. Good steal there by Scott. Scott's going to attack. This is when Scott's at her best. She's just going to slow it down and set up the offense, though. Now, offense has been working very well for the Cougars. Chambers thinks about a three. Thought she was going to let it fly. Known for her three-point shooting. Scott's going to set it up. Gets a pick from Raven Johnson. She's going to hit Hunt. Hunt thinks about a three. Gets it downside to Weeders. Weeders going to attack. Maya got fouled there. Didn't call it, though. This is now Raven Johnson on the offensive glass and is going to pick up the foul. The Falcons.
And subs for both teams, 24 for the Cougars, Carthen, and number 32 for the Falcons, Allen.
Now the Falcons have their starting five in. And this is Carthen. Carthen's going to attack. Nobody's going to stop her. And she gets the easy deuce. Won't be an easier deuce for her all game with that in the half-court set. Looks like the Falcons just went away from her. Cougars now on top 13-12. First lead of the game, I believe, for the Cougars. Going this one to Pennon. Pennon's had a stroke there from the mid-range area all day. Can't get that one to fall, though. Carthen on the rebound is going to get it to Scott. Scott's going to slow it down. Look like she wants to hold for one shot here, Corey. Thinks about where to go with it. Ball's dead. She finds Johnson. Johnson's going to find Weeders. And Weeders is going to find an easy bucket. Great pass there by Raven Johnson, who's having herself a great first quarter. And Scott may have gotten away with a foul there late in the quarter, but the Falcons do not get a shot off in the first quarter. Your Cougars 15, Pfeiffer Falcons 12. We'll be right back on the Averett University Sports Network.
And we're back here for the second quarter of the matchup of the Cougars and the Falcons. Scott with the inbound ball to Carthen. Skip pass. That ball is off the mark. Rebounded by Johnson. Carton's to the hole, and she's fouled. She will be at the line for 2.
Pfeiffer now charged number 12, McLean, her second personal, team's first.
Good offensive rebound there by Johnson. Johnson having herself a game all over the stat book. Got a couple points, got a couple buckets, got a couple assists, and now a couple of rebounds. But yeah, stat to watch. I will give you the halftime stats when the time comes, or if there is a timeout, I'll check the live stats for you. Carlton 1 of 2 on free throws. They are frustrated with herself because she knows she's a great free throw shooter. Can't get that one to fall. Cougars on top 16-12 though. Scott with great ball pressure. Raven Johnson now with a steal. And Johnson everywhere on the court. Raven Johnson having herself a game.
Her first personal, team second.
And Pennon picked up that foul because of the bad passing there by the Falcons.
Scott bringing the ball down, setting the play up. As the Falcons sit in that 2-3 zone. Smith with the pump fake, thought about it. Back to Scott. Scott swings it to Carton. Carton with the drive, pull up, and that one rattles in as another one. Cougars lead 18-12.
That's Brooke Carthen's 10-point of the game. She's on her A game early. This is McLean. That one clinks off the iron. Good rebound there by Smith. She just couldn't finish it. Ball travels out of bounds. Ball towards the Cougars. Scott's going to bring it up. Both teams have all 10 starters in the game. Scott's going to hit Johnson. Johnson's going to try to go over top to Wieters, and Wieters just can't finish it. Good pass there by Johnson, who does have 3 assists already in this game. This is going to be over to number 15, Brianna Bentley. And Raven Johnson's career high in assists is 4. So she's going to try to beat that today. She only needs 2 more to beat it. She's gotten 4 3 times.
And that ball travels out of bounds off the Falcons. So your Cougars will maintain possession.
Scott's going to travel over the timeline, set up a play. Get it down low to Wieters. Wieters is going to do what she does best and scores the easy bucket. She just drops the left shoulder, and there was nothing that the Falcons could do with that one. Wieters is on the game for the game now, has 8 points for the Cougars. She's having herself a game, shooting 50% already. Falcons launch up a 3, can't finish it though. Scott's going to push in transition, slows it down just a little bit. It's going to find Smith. Smith's going to think about getting it back to Scott. Scott's going to find Wieters. Wieters is going to kick it to Johnson. Ball travels back to Wieters, and Wieters picks up another bucket. And that's 10 points for Wieters. Wieters has 10. Carlton has 10. Both of them are just carrying the Cougars right now. Timeout by the Falcons, 22-12. Your Cougars are on top. We'll be right back here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here on the Averett University Sports Network. The Falcons going to set it up. Going to get it over. G's going to try to pick up another steal. Was going to try to pick up her 12th point there and another steal. Good ball pressure by the Cougars. And they're going to call a foul on Lunsford there. She doesn't know about that one. I think that is her second.
They were foul charge number 21, Cameron Lunsford, her first personal, team's first.
That is her first, though, so good sign there for the Cougars. Cougars get the steal in the inbounds. That was Lunsford. Lunsford's going to dribble across the timeline. 12-22, 7 minutes left here. in the second quarter. Carlton's posting up. She's going to pick up the foul. She's going to go to the line again. Foul that time on number 25.
Pfeiffer foul charge number 25, Joe Watson.
Joe Watson.
Team's third. At the line with the Cougars, Brooke Carthen.
Carthen chucks up the first one, knocks it down. And her and Wieters are on pace for career nights, Corey. She rattles in that second one. Hit every part of the rim, it looked like. Got that one to fall. 12-24. Carlton with the ball pressure.
Pinion to the cup. Throws it up, but that's off the mark. Carlton with the rebound. Carlton pushing it. Gets it over to Smith. Smith surveying the defense. Carlton, pump fake.
She thinks about a three there. Doesn't do it, though.
Lunsford over to Texan. Back to Lunsford.
Lunsford has a shot. Doesn't think about it. Genesis has a shot, though. Just can't get it to fall. And Carlton, Corey, already has 12 points and 6 rebounds. And Genesis is there. Forces the turnover.
Wieters is having a great game so far on the offensive end and the defensive end, as her ball pressure just caused a travel violation by Pena. Lunsford bringing it down. It's Pfeiffer with a little bit of pressure as they go back into their 2-3. Lunsford setting up the play. Going off the screen to the cup. Throws the floater, but that's short off the rim. Fighting for the rebound, but not able to get it. As that rebounds by White, and that's a foul on Lunsford.
Lunsford tries to get the steal. Late foul call there may have been. And shout out to Tim Henry down there. He's excited to get his shout out. He asked for one. Raven Johnson's not going to be happy about that shout out because she told me before the game not to mention ourselves. But I had to shout out Tim Henry. Good take there by Penn, she just can't pick it up. Wieters on the rebound. And speaking of Raven Johnson, she's about to check into the game. This is Chambers. Chambers is going to kick it to Smith. Smith's going to throw up a finger. It says, this is the play call I want to run. Good pass there. This is going to be Carlton, and Carlton gets the bucket. Carlton now with 14 on the game, Corey. She now has more than the whole Pfeiffer Falcons team by herself. Shooting 5 of 9 from the field, very efficient. Looking like a little flex action there by the Falcons.
And that's a great hand by Wieters, able to get a tip on it. Smith with the steal, pushing it on the break. And she finds Chambers. Chambers for 3. And that's off the mark. Rebounded by Pena over to White.
This is going to be Bentley. Bentley's going to think about attacking, just doesn't. Scott also about to check in for the Cougars.
And that's another great hand by Wieters. Excuse me, Trey.
You're right. I mean, Corey, that's just a simple fact. Wieters picks up another steal. This time she's going to try to go post. Doesn't get it. This is Texan. Texan's open for 3. Left is short. Ball's going to travel out of bounds. Scott's going to get Smith. And Johnson's going to get Wieters.
Sells for the Pfeiffer Falcons, 44 Rowland, 22 Burnett, and number 12 McLean. And it's now 26-12, your Cougars lead. And I just say the defense has stepped up a lot as Pfeiffer was hot early on, but has cooled down. And that's thanks to the Cougars defense as they active hands and they are all over the place.
You're right. And Corey, I want you to know that the Falcons have not scored a point here in the second quarter. And I was going to say that was just the commentator's curse. That's usually how it happens there. You know, the Falcons get a bucket for the commentator's curse, but Falcons still scoreless this whole second quarter. Cougars stifling defense on top. And what a pass from Brooke Carlton.
With a dime. Carthen with the bounce pass. Just splitting the defense.
Now doing it all. Picking up her first assist of the game. Here's Carthen. Now working on 14, 6, and 1 is her. Johnson with a beautiful closeout. Good stifling defense by the Cougars.
Bentley throwing it up, and that's off the mark. Rebounded by Johnson. Scott pushing it. Finds Chambers. Chambers back to Scott. Scott pulls the three. And that rattles out.
In and out there.
And that's Wilkins on the break.
That one looked good for Scott. Thought she was going to knock it down. Wilkins to the basket. Loses it out of bounds, though.
And that's just great defense. Johnson cutting her off on the baseline with nowhere to go. The ball bounces off her foot and it ends up out of bounds. Pfeiffer picking up their pressure. Texting over to Johnson. Johnson bringing it down. Ball in Chambers' hands now. Calling the play.
Chambers going to get it to Carthen. Carthen with a lob over top. And Johnson just can't handle it. Scott's going to pick up the steal, though. And so the Cougars get it back. And Carthen's going to jack the three now. Can't get it. Texan with the offensive rebound. Going to kick it to Scott. Scott's going to now attack. Can't get it to fall. Carthen trying to get the offensive rebound. It's going to get called with a foul, though.
Foul charge number 24 for Carthen. Her second personal, team's third.
That's Carthen's second.
And that's Hunt checking back in for Carthen. And that's also number 20 Pinion and 32 Allen coming back in for the Falcons. 28-12. Cougars lead here late in the second quarter. Burnett with the ball. And that's a great hand by Texans. Knocking it out of Bentley's hands. And that's over to Hunt. Hunt slows it down. Skip pass over to Chambers. Chambers with the pump fake. Over to Scott. Over to Hunt. Hunt pump fakes. Back to Scott. Oh.
Good hands there by the Falcons. Scott tried to get a bounce pass in there. Just wasn't the right pass.
And Bentley on the break. She goes up, and that's a block, but a foul by Scott.
Foul charge number 23, Courtney Scott. Her second
And
personal,
Scott,
team's fourth.
that's her second on the day.
Line for the Falcons.
And Bentley trying to break this, seal on the rim that the Falcons have on this quarter. So they haven't got a bucket yet.
And that first one is off for Bentley.
Still just can't do it.
And the second one falls for Bentley.
Falcons looking to press now. Gets her hands on it. It's Pennon. Pennon's going to get it back to her. She's going to stop and pop. Can't get it to go. Pennon on the glass, though. What a rebound. Good cut and good bucket by number 15, Bentley. Falcons pressure. May try to get him back in the game. Only their third point of the quarter. Scott's going to say this pressure is nothing to me. Dribble through the whole defense. Raven Johnson knifing through the defense. Just can't finish the easy lay. Scott's going to get her hands on it.
And she steps out of bounds. As that was a great steal attempt. Not able to keep it. Weeders checks back in for the Cougars. Bentley with it. Pump face. Drives baseline. Goes up off the mark. And that ball is rebounded by Weeders. Over to Hunt. Hunt brings it down. As we are now under a minute here in the second quarter. Ball over to Chambers. Chambers surveying the defense. Ball to Scott. Scott to Weeders. Weeders just throws it away. McClain all the way to the cup.
Nice through the defense. 17-28 here. Falcons on a 5-0 run. Finally get that seal off the basket and kind of make something of it. 11-point game's not bad, Corey, considering where they were, down 12-28. Look like the game could be out of hand really, really soon, down 16. 11's not bad. Cougars are still going to have to get a shot here off. It's going to be Hunt. Hunt's going to jack a three. Can't get it to fall. Johnson on the glass, and he's going to pick up the and one.
Johnson with the rebound, going back up, and that's just great hustle by Johnson, able to get on the offensive glass. Now an opportunity to pick up the three-point play.
Only 6.2 seconds left to play. Has to be a momentum killer by the Cougars. And Johnson, excuse me, gets that free throw to fall. Worked on her free throw shooting this summer, and she's really good. And what a pass there by the Falcons. Beautiful offense, Corey. Ran the sideline break to perfection. One dribble bounce pass. Something beautiful to see. Looked like Johnson went straight up there, but the ref just said offense was too beautiful and that she stepped inside her. I'm going to have to give her the foul. Looked like that one was what it was to me.
And McClain at the line for two.
And this is going to be a big 2 free throws here for the Falcons. Can cut it to 12. Knocks down the first one. Nothing but nylon. Here's a second. Just in and out. And the Cougars are up 18-31 at halftime. We'll be right back in about 10 minutes. Probably more in about 5 with some halftime stats. 15 minutes. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with some halftime stats. Thank you for watching on the Averett University Sports Network.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
And we're back on the Averett University Sports Network. The Lady Falcons are going to start with the ball down here in the third quarter to start, 18-31, leading the Falcons in scoring this.
And that's a still early, excuse me, trade by Smith.
You're right. I wasn't even looking, Corey. I was reading the stats. Pennon leads the team with 8 points, but Smith with the early steal picks it up. Carlton's going to get it. She led the team with 8. McLean had 6 to go along.
Pass to Weeders, and Weeders gets it to go with the left hand. That's a great pass from Johnson. And is that her 4th assist?
It is, Corey. That is definitely her 4th assist of the game. That ties a career high for her. And that's number 15. Bentley with the pull. Can't get it to fall, though. But Weeder's picking up where she left off. That's now 12 points for her. And she had the 10 in that first half. Weeder's career high. I'm going to get the number for you. Good shot by Smith there. Career high for Weeders is 13, Corey. One more bucket for that, and she's on her pace for a career high. And a timeout here by the Falcons early in the game. We'll be right back here on the Averett University Sports Network.
And we're back after the timeout by the Falcons. Ball over to Bentley. Skipped it over. Ball to Pena. Pena to Allen. Allen pulls up for 3. And that's the bottom of the net. As the 35-21, your Cougars lead. Carton bringing it down.
And looks like the Pfeiffer Falcons going to go 32 here. Inside of Weeders. Weeders going to look at it, get her career high. Can't get it. She's going to go again. Can't get it again. Carton on a rebound. They're going to call a jump ball. Ball maintains to the Cougars' possession.
And ball over to Johnson. Johnson to Weeders. Weeders.
Good
no look pass to Scott. And Scott, nothing but the bottom of the net from the tray.
And I tell you what, Corey, when that one released, it was right on point and looked like it was going to do nothing. But what it did, hit the bottom of the nylon and go right through.
And McLean over to Allen. Allen over to Bentley. Bentley to Pinion. Pinion pulls the 3, and that's another one. And they're just trading 3s back to back right now.
That's 3-3 straight, Corey. You're right. 24-38. Pfeiffer Falcons going to need to stop to stay in this game. Down 14 here.
And Weeders on the inside. And not able to get that one to go in. Rebounded by Allen. Allen over to Burnett. Back to Allen, back to Pinion. Pinion with the drive. Turnaround. Oh, and that's just off the front. Rebounded by Johnson.
Pinion and the coach, Coach Lloyd, was looking for the foul there.
Smith thought about the 3. Gets it over to Scott. And Scott, who just hit one, pulls it up again and hits another one.
And Scott had 0 in that first half. Knows she was killing herself about that, as she's been having great games back-to-back great games these past 2. So knocks down that one. Now she has a quick 6 points in this third quarter. Good play there.
And that's McLean.
Good bucket by McLean. Falcons down 15.
And Carton with the bounce pass to Smith. And Smith gets the lay to go. And Carton is just being a great facilitator right now. Getting everybody involved, picking up assists. And that's a great hand by Scott. Carton picks it up. And she slows it down. It's a great active hand for Scott.
Carlton's going to set up the offense. She's going to get it to Johnson. Johnson's going to attack. She's going to definitely shoot this one. Can't get it to fall. Good pass up the floor to McLean. McLean's going to attack with her right hand. Going to bring it out. Courtney Scott tried to get the steal. Just couldn't. But this time, Wieters is going to get the steal. Wieters is going to find Carthen. Carthen's going to get it over to. Thought she was going to skip it over to Scott. Doesn't. Carthen's not going to attack. Nobody stops ball. Just swings it to Smith. Raven Johnson with a great post up and dribbles it off her foot.
And we have subs, and number 23 for the Falcons, Wilkins comes back in. And for the Cougars, Chambers and Lunsford back in.
And today is Play for K awareness. A lot of pink in the stands, a lot of pink on the court. Pink pom-poms by the cheerleaders. So just want to leave that one out there. Play for K is in the month of February. So just supporting breast cancer awareness. Good for both teams.
Pinion driving right, goes up.
Tough
and that
finish.
goes in.
And Penn leaving where she left off. She had 8 in that first half. Really the only consistent scorer for the Falcons. Scott with a beautiful pass to Smith. And Scott picks up the assist on that one. Kiara Smith picks up the easy deuce.
Wilkins with it over to Pinion. Pinion to Bentley. Bentley driving, spin,
Good
pulls up.
spin by Bentley. Just can't get it to fall. Chambers with the rebound. Beautiful spin there. Lunsford thought about attacking, brings it back out. Scott's going to get it. It's going to be Smith. Can't get it. Rebound by Chambers. Chambers is wide open. That one hits the back of the iron, hits the glass in.
And that ball was rebounded by Allen. Burnett pushing it up the floor. Chambers stops her. And that's an and one for Burnett with the power layup.
Count the bucket and one more. Burnett looking to pick up the 3 the old-fashioned way. As commentators would say nowadays, Harry a little bit older, so, we pick up the 3 by getting behind the arc. That's our favorite way to pick up the 3. But Burnett's going to just put her shoulder down and say, I'm bigger and stronger, and I'm just going to finish over top. And it's going to look to try to pick up the 3 the old-fashioned way here. Going to look to capitalize. Ball in the air. And does nothing but nylon. And Pennon also led the team with 6 rebounds in that first half. Allen only had 1, but she's had 2 or 3 early rebounds in this half. Allen got herself a quick break there. Cougars in their gold with blue trims. Falcons in the gray with yellow trims.
And texting over to Scott. Scott thinks about it and pulls it. And that's another one. She is 3 for 3 in this second half.
And these are not easy three-pointer scorer. They're behind the line. Maybe if you watch a little basketball, Division I three-pointer nowadays. Good lay there by 44. That is number 44, Rowland missed the first, picks up her own rebounds, just says, I want to pad my stats today. Gets it. Scott, like I said, she's taking the deep threes. The Division I men's three-point line. Let's look where she's getting it from. 3 for 3, and all of them hitting nothing but the bottom of the net. So Falcons may have to get out of this zone. If they can find her, I would find her right here if I was the Cougars. Falcons definitely find her. I hear people in the stands saying shoot her. Johnson's going to kick it over to Lunsford. Lunsford says she's going to get one of her own.
And that's another one. And the Cougars are just on fire so far from the three-point line here in this third quarter. And that's great defense by Chambers cutting off the ball. And that ball goes off of Pinion and it goes out of bounds.
It's been such a back-and-forth affair here in this third quarter. The second quarter was really, really stagnant. Falcons only scored, I think, 5 points in that second quarter. But, the Cougars couldn't bust up to open the lead. They got it up to 16, I think, one time. Just couldn't bust it open right here. Up 18 right now is the Cougars. Both teams scoring very well. Halftime score was 17 to 21. No, excuse me, 31 to 18. And as you can see, Cougars already put 20 on the board.
And that's Carthen with the strong take. And she will go to the line for 2 as that foul was called on Angel Rowland.
Pfeiffer foul charge number 44, Angel Rowland. That's her first personal. Team's first.
Carthen at the line for 2. Trying to get this to a 20-point lead. And that first one is all net.
And that's her 15th point of the game. Carthen with the career high of 33. Going to be hard for her to match that one tonight. She now has 16, but anything is possible in the game of basketball. 20-point game, like you said, 33-53. Nobody stops the ball. 2:40 left in the third quarter.
Ball over to Roland. Roland at the top of key, surveying the defense. Over to Bentley. Bentley driving left. Cross back over right, but that's great D. And they're on the floor for it. But it goes out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Cougars. Falcons will maintain possession. 53-33 here late in the third. And White setting it up for the Falcons. And that's a backdoor cut. But that is stolen by Scott. Scott on the break, pushing it all the way down the floor. And she Euro steps. And she just can't get it to go. But Hunt with the rebound and putting it back out. Ball over to Carlton. Carlton tees it up, and it goes in from the tray. Add 3 more points to Carlton's score.
And Raina Davis-Robinson checking into the game.
And that one off the mark, but rebounded. Rebounded by Wilkins, and Wilkins will go to the line for 2. And as you said, Raina Robinson checks in as for the Cougars, as well as Janasia Watson for the Falcons. Wilkins at the line for 2. And that first one, nothing but not line. And that second one is nothing but not line as well.
Cuts the lead to 21. Cougars kind of busted it open here in this third with a high-scoring affair.
And Lunsford all the way to the cup, but that's a block. But then Carlton with the strong rebound, a strong up, back up. And that's an N1 for Carlton as that foul is on 25. Watson.
Carlton, that's now 21 for her. Looking to add for 22. Back-to-back three-point plays. Can't get it to fall. So now has 21.
Rebounded by McClain. McClain pushing it.
Definitely working on a good average there. 21 points is not a bad outing anytime.
And that's a bad pass.
Yeah, bad post entry there. Carlton with the dime now. Couldn't get it to fall though.
And that's Wilkins on the break, pulls up for the 2, and that's off the mark. Great box out by Robinson as she picks up the rebound. Lunsford bringing it down over to Texan.
Back to Robinson. Robinson known for her three-point shooting. Thought she was going to let that one fly. She doesn't.
Hunt with the pump fake. Over to Robinson. And Robinson tees it up. And that's off the mark. Rebounded by Carlton. But not able to get that one as it's actually rebounded by Watson. Allen pushing it over to White. And White to Bentley, but Bentley mishandles the pass. Scott with the steal. Lunsford back to Hunt. Robinson in the middle. Hunt swings over to Texan for the wide open tray. And that hits the front of the rim. Allen with the rebound. Pushing it.
Nobody
all the way to the
cup.
And she's fouled, and she will be going to the line for 2.
And nobody stopped ball there, Corey. 5.8 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Averett foul charge number 14 up. That's our first personal.
Big quarter for the Cougars. Falcons also had a big quarter, walking into the quarter with only 18 points. Scored 17 this quarter. 18 points at halftime. Scored 17 in this quarter, but couldn't match the Cougars 31 to 27 here this quarter. So getting outscored by 9 here. Pushed the lead to 23 right now. McClain looking to pick up another one. Left both of them off the rim. Lunsford's going to attack with the rebound. She's going to kick it to Carlton. Carlton's going to knock it down. And Carlton had herself a quarter there. Her and Scott led the Cougars away. I believe both of them had 9 and maybe 10 or 11. But 60-35 is your score heading into the fourth quarter. We'll be right back here on the Averett Sports Network.
I think me being involved with SAC, along with my involvement with the men's soccer team, has made my experience at Averett amazing. At first, I didn't really want to get involved around campus, but since jumping in the deep end, I feel like I've had a brilliant experience, and me being able to help Averett whilst Averett's helping me is probably the best experience.
And back here for the fourth quarter of today's matchup. Cougars lead 60-35. And that's Zanice Chambers with the rebound there for the Cougars. This is going to be Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson with a beautiful move. Good kick. One more to Weeders. Weeders going to look at pick up her career high and does.
And the bank is open today as Weeder gets the bank shot to go.
And usually it's not open today, Corey. It is Sunday. The bank's never open. But Weeder says, I have other plans to get my career high, and I'm going to get it this way by using the glass. Now with 14 career high for Weeders. And McLean's going to think of a three. Doesn't get it. Chambers with her back-to-back rebounds on the defensive end.
And Chambers bringing it down for the Cougars, setting up the offense. Smith with it, surveying the defense. Johnson swings it back over to Chambers. Chambers to Scott. Scott to Smith.
Smith thought about the three. Gives it to Genesis. And Weeders picks up another bucket. That's now 16 on the game. Weeders is having herself a night. Has to be happy with her play today, and everybody for the Cougars playing well. They're up 29 points. McLean attacks. Can't pick up anything. And great rebound there by number 15. I believe that was Bentley. It was. Bentley with the grown woman rebound down there. Now is going to pick up pressure.
And that's going to be an offensive foul on Smith. Trying to get the defense off of her.
First personal.
Into the game is going to be Carlton. Carlton having herself a great game so far. As I will check the live stats to tell you how many she has now.
And White for the Falcons setting it up over to Bentley. Allen with it at the top of the key. Back over to Bentley. Bentley jab left, drive right, all the way. Left hand, and that is good for Bentley.
And Bentley with two beautiful back-to-back buckets. 39-64 here. Scott's going to hit Johnson in the middle. Johnson's going to go all the way and picks up the easy deuce. Johnson now has 7 on the game. Carlton's leading all scores with 23.
And that's a great block by Scott. But McLean able to get the rebound and go back up.
And McLean now has 10 points on the game.
And that's a backcourt violation as Scott was not able to establish her position on the other side of the half court. McClain thought about it. Pump fake, and that's a great block by Weeders.
Weeders with the beautiful ejection. Weeders leads all rebounders with 7. Excuse me, no. Carlton has 9. Weeders has 7. Both of them are trying to work on a double-double. We need one for just, we need 1 rebound for Carlton to pick up the double-double on the day. And 3 for Weeders. 7:12 left to play, so it's very capable of Corey. That was Weeders' first block of the night. Some stats for Pfeiffer. McClain has 10, while Bentley has 7, Pinion has 13, and 3 others with 3 points.
And McClain gets it.
She's
Crosses over, right?
Pinion having herself a day. Gonna get over. Beautiful move there. But even better still by Weeders. Weeders said she's going to think about going all the way, but just going to pull it out. Weeders has a nice amount of steals on the day, Corey. She actually leads everyone with 4 steals. Scott's going to notch a 3 down, and it just goes in and out. Johnson on the rebound. Can't get it to fall. And Weeders with the 4 steals, and Scott with the easy 3. Looks like the shot speed. Shot she's been hitting all half. And beautiful offensive rebound there by Raven Johnson. She's going to go to the line for 2. Johnson with 6 rebounds on the day. First one up. Nothing but the bottom of the net. She's going to let her second one go now. Second one doesn't go in. Pfeiffer Falcons are pushing. Pinion's going to get called for the travel. Good defense there by Johnson.
Number 14, Courtney Hunt. Number 21, Cameron Lunsford. And number 13, Samantha Texan.
And Hunt, Texan, and Lunsford are going to all check into the game for the Cougars. Cougars up 67-41 with just under 6:30 to play here. And McClain's just going to touch it, as it was going to sail out of bounds, but McClain got her hand on it. Raven Johnson down low. Gets it to Weeders. Weeders can't finish the easy bunny. Good pass there by Johnson. I think that would have been Johnson's 5th assist. She would have picked up a career high. Excuse me, Johnson does have 5 assists. Would have been her 6th, so she now has a career high in assists in today's game. A lot of career highs being set so far today. One by Weeders, one by Johnson. Big time shot there by McClain. Nothing but net on that one. Falcons looking to show pressure. Courtney Hunt brings it over to timeline. She's going to attack all the way. Gets fouled. Got a little body there. Good call there by the refs. .44-67 here. Lunsford just going to set it up. Take her time. Weeders gets it to Texan. Texan back to Hunt. Great basketball. Can't get it to fall. Weeders on the offensive glass. Going to use the glass on this one. The bank is open again. Genesis Weeders 18. 2 points away from the dub, Corey. With 5:43 left to play, you have to think she just has to get it. She's been all over everywhere today. Foul on Sam Texan. Do not want to jinx her, but 2 away from that dub, and dub's a great milestone to have.
And I agree, Trey.
Texan with the foul. Going to be a couple subs here for the Falcons.
Genesis has just been everywhere this game, man. It's only right that the basketball guys reward her with that dub.
Absolutely right, Corey. Basketball guards sometimes in your favor, sometimes they're not. In favor of the Cougars today, as some career highs have been set and they're on top right now. Great bounce back win for the Cougars, barring a absolutely terrible comeback here by the Falcons with 5:40 to go. It looks like the Cougars all but have this one wrapped up. Do not want to bar anything, but with a 69-45 lead, up 24 with 5:40 to go. Would be one of the most incredible comebacks I've ever seen in history.
And as you said earlier, Trey, anything can happen.
Good trap there by the Falcons. Going to try to get the steal. They can't. Hunt's going to skip it. Hunt's going to get a spin move.
And that's Hunt with the great spin move, freeing herself up from the defense and then gets the deuce.
Hunt with the beautiful spin move, showing her moves there. And now Lunsford's going to try to get the steal. Jump ball called, really quick jump ball. Don't know if anybody had possession on it. I didn't think so. Neither did the players, but possession's going to go to the Cougars. Over to Hunt. Hunt's going to get it. She's going to swing it to Texan. Texan's going to get it back to Hunt. Hunt's going to try to find somebody. He's going to set up the offense. Gets it down low to Weeders. Weeders going to take the jump hook and just can pick up the 20 there. Left it a little short. Raina Robinson's at the score table. She's going to look to check in. Also going to check in is number 24.
And that's
Carlton.
Allen.
Allen left that one short. Here's Hunt. Hunt's going to bring it down. Continue to set up the offense. He's going to kick it to Johnson. Johnson's going to launch a three. Can't get that one to fall. Would have been her first career three. Everybody on the bench stood up. Coach Diop wasn't mad about it. Raven Johnson smiling. She said, hey, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity I have right here. 71-45 is the score. Why not shoot it? Hey, great hands there by Texan. Texan just pops it up and is going to get the foul call. Texan with the beautiful pop-up on the steal. I was always taught to pop up because if you swipe down, it could be called a foul. But if you swipe up, there's no way that they can call the foul, you know. Davis Robinson into the game along with Carlton.
Rachel Larson in for the Falcons.
4:12 left to go. Hunt has it. They're going to get it Texan. Texan's going to get it back to Hunt. Hunt's going to think about doing something. Can't get it. Robinson has it. Almost throws a turnover. Gets it to down low. Down low to Texan. Beautiful pass there by Carlton. Sam Texan picks up her first bucket.
And as I said earlier, the eyes of Carlton as Wilkins gets the and one on the other end. The eyes by Carlton is just amazing. And she's able to find her teammates everywhere on the floor to set them up where they're able to get good shots in.
Wilkins to the line for one shot.
Wilkins at the line to pick up 3 points the old-fashioned way. And she does as that free throw falls.
Watson back in for the Falcons.
And back in for the Falcons is Watson. Carlton
Carlton with
crossover.
a nice crossover. Yes, indeed. Davis Robinson going to do a step back. Can't get that one to fall. Surprised a lot of people in the stands and on the bench. Even got me. Beautiful shot. Couldn't get that one to fall. Here's number 24, White. Going to kick it over. Couldn't get the three to fall, though. Was the Falcons.
And Carlton drives. Foul goes to the line and will be going to the line for two.
Carlton is going to the line to look to pick up her 24th and 25th point of the matchup.
To the line for two shots.
First one up. 24th is up and down. Second one up. Same result. That is 25 on the night for Brooke Carlton. White's going to dribble it down. Good hands again by Texan. Texan tried to pick up another steal. Just couldn't get that one. Great hands there. This is White. White's going to kick it over. Beautiful jump shot. Can't get it to fall, though, was the Falcons. Beautiful shot, though. That is number 42. Going to try to get a name for you right quick. Oh, excuse me.
Larson.
Yeah, it is Larson. Indeed, you're right. And got the tie up there on the other end after the rebound. And almost another steal by Wieters, but she does force the turnover.
And once again, Wieters being everywhere on the floor. Carthen bringing it down. Great bounce pass to Hunt. And Hunt with the nice little jump shot in the middle of the lane.
And kind of a weird bucket there. Nobody thought it was going to come, but it definitely got there. Hunt picked up another bucket. She now has 6 on the game. Good post
Watson
up there.
Posting up. And a great pass by Carthen. But Robinson not able to finish the left-hand lay.
Great pass there by Carthen with the baseball pass. Beautiful stem there by White. White's going to step back and shoot a 3. Can't get it to fall. That's definitely 10 rebounds, maybe 11 now on the game for Carthen. She picks up the double-double. Still looking for that 20 points by Wieters. That's going to be 27 for Carthen.
Carthen with the nice little turnaround bank shot.
Speaking of her assists, thought she might pass that one into Wieters for Wieters to pick up 20 and would have put on another assist. She leads the team with 5 assists, tied with Raven Johnson. So gonna be a far-fetched stretch to get that triple double. So that's out the waters. But ends the game with 27 points as she comes out. 27 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists for Carthen. Great game for her. 2 steals and 26 minutes. Can't complain for that. 9 of 14 shooting.
And Hunt with the ball. Gets off to Chambers. Chambers back to Hunt. Hunt with the punt fake. Back to Chambers. Oh, there we go. Chambers to Wieters. Wieters with the move. And they call it jump ball. That ball will stay with the Cougars. And that was great hands by Watson of the Falcons. And the refs don't know what to call. And they just say we're going to give the possession to the Falcons, and the Falcons will take possession.
Falcons set up a play.
Sid Berry with the pass to Larson.
Larson throws it behind her back. Hunt pokes it away, though. Sid Berry with the 3. Can't get it to fall, though. Robinson gets it.
Robinson behind the back. Float in the lane. Looking for the foul, but doesn't get it. White going all the way. And not able to get the N1, but will be going to the line for 2. And a surprise attack by Robinson on the other end that she wasn't able to pick up the bucket. White at the line. Here's the first one is up, and it is good for White. Second one up, and the second one is good for White. She goes 2 for 2 at the line. 79-50 is the score. There's just 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Chambers bringing it up. Setting up the play. Which, if you're the Cougars, you're just holding the ball.
I'm just going to get one more shot up. Kick it to Hunt. Kick it to Robinson.
And that's what the whole crowd wants is Robinson to get the tray ball. And that's what she does. That was a great offensive possession for the Cougars. Able to set that one up. And Robinson with the rebound. And this will be the end of the game. Final score 82-50. Your Cougars win it.
Thank you for joining us here on the Averett University Sports Network. Great game by the Cougars, also great game by the Falcons. We hope you travel home safe. We'll be back next time on the Averett University Sports Network. Thank you for joining us.